Hey, this is Lauren Kaplan, ET's Kid Reporter, here hanging out with Tonto and the Lone Ranger, and Johnny Depp did not disappoint.
I know you had to tap into, I am sure, some of your heritage. What did that mean to you to be able to channel some of that?
Well, it meant a lot, you know, because it's something, I mean, it's something that I've been, you know, told since I was a little kid by my grandfather and grandmother, great-grandfather, and that we had some degree of Native American blood. And I always took it, it was always a real point of pride for me, you know, even as a very little kid. It is.
When you were in full Tonto gear, was it hard to recognize even yourself? Did you lose yourself in that character?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that I looked in the mirror all that much, but certainly, I mean, watching the transformation happen in makeup every morning was something pretty spectacular.
Anything that Johnny Depp does, I adore. Had a chance to meet him on set of Pirates of the Caribbean, the third one. So he's on and off camera, a really down-to-earth, awesome man. So whatever he does, I'm watching, I'm biased, I love it.
Was it as rough and tumble as it looks from what we've seen?
No, it was more, because you only saw one out of the 30 takes that it took to get everything right. I mean, it was great, though. I mean, we all got beat up, we all got banged up. Everybody was taking pretty much the maximum daily dosage of Advil and Epsom salt baths and all that, ice packs everywhere. But everybody woke up excited to do it again the next day.
I also understand that you developed let's just say, an affinity for the mask, that the mask has got a little play outside of the movie. Is that true?
You know what? I wish it was, because it'd be such a good story to play into. But unfortunately, I wore that thing for 10 months through some of the most arduous conditions you could ever make a movie in, including blizzards, sandstorms, lightning strikes, heat waves, the whole thing. So now, for me, if I look at that mask, I don't feel anything other than, whoa.
Okay, well, let's just see what happens when I
put it in. This is almost what the first mask looked like, where it's like, it looks like someone wore it as a sock for a long time, and it's just really soft.
You did have to do a little smooching, which, I mean, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you what it's like to kiss that giant, beautiful Adonis that I just interviewed.
Yeah, it's not bad, and on a horse, even better.
This is a huge, huge movie for you.
Yeah.
The world is definitely going to know your name. You ready for this?
Never ready, but that's the best way to be.
Just have fun with it.
Exactly.
Tonto and the Lone Ranger, a new duo, right, that's going to take over. What do you think of them as, let's say, compared to like a Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid? Think they have what it takes?
It's new. See, Gore's an old punk rock guy, so he's coming with he's turning it on its head, and there's something kind of Sid and Nancy about them. There's something a little, people are going to dig this, and it's not what they think. They're going to be really surprised when they see the film.
Is there something that, from a producer's perspective or someone behind the scenes, that you could tell us about our dynamic duo leading this film? Two things about Armie and Johnny that we don't know.
They became good friends. That's the only thing I can tell you. They really became very good friends. They have a great time together. There are a lot of laughs behind the scenes.
Who did you think was cooler, Tonto or the Lone Ranger, if you had to pick?
Honestly, probably the Lone Ranger, because he came from being a city boy, kind of like one of those relaxed guys, to fighting criminals. So, I mean...
And he has a wicked horse and a great mask. I mean, you can't really go wrong, right?
You can't deny that. You can't deny that.
If you had to choose, if you needed a partner in crime, would you choose Tonto or the Lone Ranger?
You see, I'll be shot if I pick either one, so, you know, both of them are fantastic, you know, what can I say?
If you could pick a Disney character to be your partner in crime, your sidekick, who would it be?
That would be the Beast. Beast from Beauty and the Beast has always been my favorite Disney movie, and I think that if I had the Beast as my backup, I don't think anybody would ever mess with me.
Well, I guess the Little Mermaid. Is that so ridiculous?
Ariel? You know what?
That's like my favorite ride here. It's just so fun and cheerful.
I don't think it's bad. I would probably pick Ariel too.
Ariel's the best.
Johnny Depp, Armie Hammer, Desert Island. Go. Which one?
Could they have a baby and then I could have him? Because they're both so fantastic.
I don't know if that's physically possible, but you know what? Hey,
but it's not possible to have either of them on a desert island either. This is make believe.
And what do you think of Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer as this dynamic duo on screen?
I think that's a good duo. I really do. They're compatible, really.
And from a Native American perspective, How do you think the content and the story was handled from your perspective and your culturally?
I think it's very truthful in the way it should have been made rather than it had been in the past. You know, and there's a lot of people who are criticizing Johnny for playing Tonto. They say he's not Indian. But from my information, he is a Cherokee.